the miraculous rescue of the British Army from the jetty and beaches of Dunkirk, in northern France, has entered the national consciousness as one of the heroic episodes of the Second World War. An extraordinary escape from the jaws of a potentially disastrous defeat. Between the 26th of May and 4 June 1940, in the course of what was known as Operation Dynamo, more than 300,000 British and French soldiers were evacuated by an armada made up of Royal Navy destroyers and warships, pleasure steamers and hundreds of those famous little ships manned by civilian sailors. The evacuation was needed because when Hitler's army had invaded Belgium and France on the 10th of May, the German panzer divisions had cut through the French troops who had lined up alongside the British Expeditionary Force in Belgium, leaving the British Army one thrust away from being surrounded. But cinemagoers, queuing up to see Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan's latest blockbuster, when it opens on the 21st of July. Particularly those too young to have parents who lived through the war, may well not appreciate how close the exodus came to ending an ignominious disaster. For many soldiers waiting to be rescued from the Dunkirk beaches, the first indication that their evacuation was not a foregone conclusion came when they saw that the ships that had been sent to whisk them away were being attacked by German planes. The alarm this caused on the 29th of May, the worst day of the evacuation in terms of British shipping sunk by the Luftwaffe, was recorded by Gunner Lieutenant Elliman, who reached Mala-les-Bains Beach, northeast of the main Dunkirk jetty, known as the Mole, that afternoon. The destroyers pumped shells into the air, and disappeared behind 80-feet-high walls of spray thrown up by near misses. While these attacks were in progress, the Stukas were diving, zooming, screeching, and wheeling over our heads like a flock of huge infernal seagulls. The first attack was most unnerving. You felt so completely exposed on the beach. For a time some of us huddled under the hull of a wrecked steamer, but as nothing happened for some time, I called in all my men, and formed them up in a queue again for fear we should lose our place. That was bad enough.